Hello everybody and welcome to a creative Minecraft video. So basically I wanted to talk a little bit before we started this because I was having some issues, I guess, to say the least. So basically I started recording this, I did my intro, whatever, and started building, and then went back to kind of look at the clips. And well, they play like a slideshow, to say the least. And I didn't want to have to fully restart the project over this, but I also didn't want to make you all watch a slideshow. So I've gone back, fixed the issue, and we're going to continue from where we were. Though I will show kind of do a little wander and just show what is already done for you all, just so that I can kind of catch you all up. And then we'll get into some of the new stuff. So I do apologize for not having a full video, technically, but I really didn't want to have to restart. And so hopefully this will do. Okay, so as I just said, we've already done a little bit of work here, and so I'm just going to quickly show you all around to show you what I've kind of gotten done, and then we'll move on to working on some new stuff. So over here we have a few farms. I think I'd like to add a few more along here, just to fill in the space a bit more. We have sort of an idea going here for maybe a flower garden or something of the sort. And then over here, we have a little concrete maker. So my general idea for this build is I want everything to be functional. Because as you can see with the roofs, we have quite a bit of concrete within them. And so I want you to be able to, like, if you were to be in survival and you were to live in this base, like, you could add to this base, you could, like, you know, like, it would make sense, basically. So having this concrete maker to make it a little easier to get concrete just generally makes sense. So over here, I have a little block palette. This is not actually part of it anymore. This is just a general idea. This is also not part of it. There is other blocks like concrete powder. We're going to be adding wool into some of the builds, I think, and just other stuff like that. And then this white gradient, it's just all white blocks, realistically. These are just kind of the ones I've used thus far. Then up here we have a house with a full interior. I'm going to try and be consistent and do this throughout, the entire build, having interiors for everything. And we have a few little decorations and things on the outside too. And then we can head over here to our mine area. So I imagine that kind of the miners go down into here, into this kind of mine shaft. They gather the materials, including the amethyst, which we're also using in our roof. And then they bring that up. Some of it's still sitting here, but it will kind of be brought up and along to this space here, where we'll have sort of a storage area. This crane will also be used to bring over some of the heavier or more plentiful stuff. Obviously, it's not going to look like this, but this is just an idea so that I know kind of where I want it. Over here, we have another building. I think this is going to be where we are going to get the wool for some of our roofs. But we'll get to that a bit later. Then, actually, over here, just off the island, I think this will be the only thing off the island, probably. I want to put a lighthouse here, because it'll kind of get the attention of ships to let them know that there is some land here, but also that they can come this way, through the river here. And then I want somewhere for the boats to go, and I think this way probably makes a little more sense, because it looks like it's a bit deeper and a bit wider than this way. So if we head along here, maybe, yeah, actually maybe we can put like a dock or something here so that they have somewhere to drop off and collect materials. And then also, because it's right next to this kind of mine storage area, we can then transfer the mined goods onto the boats and transfer other stuff off into this kind of storage area. And then it can just be general storage instead of just for ores. And then, other than that, I don't really know. I want to put a path connecting everything, of course. And I would like to decorate with trees and lots of flowers, being that this is a flower forest biome. But that will be something we'll have to do at the end. Alright, so I've been working a little bit more around here. Obviously, I still haven't done this yet, but we'll get to that next. But we obviously already have the sheep done. And then out here we have our new lighthouse, which I've made a slight adjustment to, as you can probably tell. So, originally, these spirals were all calcite, and the main walls were all white concrete. This doesn't work with the palette we have because it had absolutely no color in it. So I decided to make the top half being technically untrue, but anyway. Basically, I made this bit into the calcite and this into white concrete so that they're slightly different. And then the swirl going up is a whole bunch of different pink, gradienting into the magenta right here, and then gradienting further up into the purple. So, something I didn't consider is, because I used these shulker boxes, if I get too far away, they tend to disappear, as you can see. slight hole in the tower now. Where all the shulker boxes are, but I think we can see most of them from the front. If I go just back far enough, shulker boxes that are right there in the middle, yeah, they just kind of vanish. I also went ahead and did a little bit more detailing underneath the water. I added a few stone like spikes poking up out of the water. Just to add a little bit more detail. And when going around down here, I also ended up adding a little bit of polished basalt. So yeah. Next thing we're going to work on is this space here. So I've been thinking about how I kind of want to go about this. And realistically, this crane, which we already discussed having, is basically going to be grabbing materials from the mines, from outside the mines, and kind of lifting them over and putting them here. Usually for bigger and or heavier loads, because otherwise we can just kind of transport them using the mine carts. However, if we're going to have a dock here, and we're going to be getting stuff imported and exported, we're going to want a way to get the stuff over here and the stuff moved over here as well. Meaning we probably want 2 cranes. And I don't really know where that second crane would end up going for sure along here. I mean, obviously it's got to be along here so it can actually reach the docks, but it could be here, it could be here. Realistically, it could be anywhere along that stretch of land here. So I think we kind of need to start with the dock and kind of figure out how it's going to be laid out to then figure out where this second crane is going to be going. Okay, so now that we're done our mining kind of, well, I guess not just for mining, but our storage area and our cranes, which honestly I think turned out pretty good. I think this one here is a little big, but I think for how far it needed to extend over here, I think it still works. And I think the dock looks pretty good. I've added a little boat that I imagine is delivering some sand, which is kind of where this sand comes from, and then it's slowly moving this sand inside onto the hoppers, which is then delivering it into here. Now, obviously, we still have quite a bit of work to do with this whole kind of in-between section here. And I was thinking, we're exporting and importing items, but people have no way to buy them, right? So what if we put in a few little shops? Okay, so we've got our amethyst shop here, as you can see. And then the other two I didn't time-lapse, but right here we have our glass shop, which has a glass flooring, so you can kind of see a sample of each of the colors of glass. And then we have our concrete shop, which I'm actually really happy with. I think that this is really funny that we've kind of flipped the blocks. And the inside's pretty boring, but eh. So, now, the final few buildings that we need are just houses, and then we can kind of get on to decorating and finishing up this project. So, if we take a quick look around, I think we can definitely put a house down here in this spot. So let's grab a cherry log here. So we'll put one there for that house. We gotta leave this blank so we can get a path through there. I think another one or two, we can probably put one here and then maybe one just over here somewhere. And actually we can probably put another one here even, so we can have 3 along here. And then honestly leaving this middle space blank makes sense. Sort of. I don't know. I think it'll work though. Just leaving it blank. And so I think, yeah, so that means we have 4 buildings left then. So I will go ahead and put those in. I don't think I'll worry about time-lapsing it. I might do a little bit showing them off after I'm all done, but we'll go straight into decorating and putting a few trees and flowers and things in. And that's it. This is build. I don't know what I was going to say instead, but anyway. So I've gone around the outside, added a whole bunch of large and small drip leaf. I've added a whole bunch of flowers and grass and berry bushes. We've got some moss mixed in here and there. We got all the rocks, we got the trees, and then of course we have all the buildings. So let us start here actually, and we'll just take a little walk through. Just, see how we feel. A little bit more ambience going on here. Honestly, I'm really happy with how this has turned out, and I hope that you are all really happy with it too. So, honestly, this is something I'm probably not going to do super often. But I think that every once in a while, maybe we'll just do like a, fun little creative video and build something. Probably won't always be like a little town or something, but build something. I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. But I think that this is definitely what I was going for. Our view here worked out. Yes. Flowers almost annoying, but not quite. Yeah, okay. Yeah, honestly, I'm really happy with this, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. It's definitely something different to what I'm normally doing, so yeah. If you did enjoy, I would really appreciate if you left a like and hit that subscribe button. It greatly helps me out, and it lets me know that you're enjoying the content I'm making, and means that I'm more likely to make more if this is the kind of stuff you're looking for. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Again, I hope you did enjoy, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone!